Have you ever had a dream so real it felt like real life? What if your mind isn't merely resting, but actually crossing into a hidden realm, one teeming with profound spiritual truths and cosmic secrets? In this video, you'll discover the shocking reality that every single night, you enter another dimension of existence, one that modern science struggles to explain, and that ancient wisdom has quietly revered for millennia. By the end, you'll see why so many have suppressed this knowledge, and why unleashing it could forever change how you live, die, and perceive reality itself. Chapter 1. The illusion of just sleep. Most people believe that when they drift off at night, their consciousness simply goes dark. They assume it's just a biological rest cycle, a kind of forced shutdown until morning. But here's the twist. Nothing about your consciousness merely shuts down. Instead, your conscious awareness transitions into a realm both intimately familiar and yet deeply mysterious, a realm where the mind's rules and the body's limitations no longer fully apply. A relentless mystery. Our technological and scientific achievements are immense. We've landed rovers on Mars, we've mapped the human genome, but ask any neuroscientist the ultimate question about consciousness during sleep, and you get a puzzle. We know the mechanisms of sleep, REM cycles, delta waves, the roles of the hypothalamus. But we still have no satisfying explanation for what or where consciousness really goes when you're off in dreamland. Why is that? Because the conscious mind isn't confined to the physical processes we can measure. Instead, you might be temporarily stepping into a parallel reality, a dimension that ancient spiritual traditions recognized as a gateway for deeper truths, or what some might call the astral plane. What if dreams aren't illusions? Modern psychology often dismisses dreams as random electrical impulses or subconscious regurgitations. But consider how often your dreams have shown you revelations, solved problems, or predicted future events. Ask yourself, could something else be at play? If even a fraction of your dreams tap into deeper energies beyond the five senses, you might be connecting with a hidden dimension. If you feel that pull of curiosity, that subtle sense you've glimpsed more than random illusions in your dreams, you're not alone. Many are awakening to the suspicion that sleep is not an inert state, but a nightly excursion into an unseen reality. Chapter 2. Ancient Wisdom. They knew the secret all along for thousands of years. Mystics, shamans, and yogis across different cultures have insisted on one radical notion: that sleep is a gateway to spiritual awakening, a mini-death that briefly frees consciousness from the confines of the physical world. Why would so many lineages across continents share the same view? Tibetan Buddhism. The Bardo teachings speak of dream yoga and subtle realms accessible during sleep states. Tibetan monks train to remain conscious in their dreams, using it as spiritual practice. Egyptian mysteries. Priests used dream temples, guiding initiates to contact gods or gather higher knowledge in a sleep-induced trance. Sufi traditions. Sufi mystics viewed dreams as signposts from the divine, bridging the visible and invisible realms. In all these traditions, the statement is consistent. Consciousness doesn't turn off at night. It shifts to a new frequency. This knowledge was considered so powerful, many spiritual orders reserved it for advanced initiates, effectively making it hidden knowledge. After all, someone who can consciously navigate the dream realms might glimpse truths that threaten established power structures. But times have changed. You no longer need approval from a mystical order to explore these domains. You can step into that multidimensional reality tonight, if you're prepared. Chapter 3. The science that points to another world. Skeptics might argue that spiritual traditions are unscientific or purely anecdotal. Yet, ironically, modern science has begun noticing cracks in the conventional worldview. Lucid dream studies. Scientific experiments confirm that people can become fully aware inside their dreams, manipulating dream content at will. Brain scans show unique neural patterns during lucid dreams, suggesting a flexible boundary between sleep and conscious states. Near-death experiences. NDE's countless accounts describe consciousness thriving independently of a functioning brain. People report traveling through realms of light or encountering spiritual beings, experiences strikingly reminiscent of dreamlike journeys, but with a sense of tangibility that defies typical illusions. Quantum theories of mind. While not mainstream, fringe theories propose that consciousness might be partly non-local, connected to quantum information fields that function outside normal space-time constraints. If that's true, Sleep might be the vantage point where we slip out of ordinary constraints, momentarily free. So, from advanced sleep labs to quantum speculation, threads of evidence point to the nightly excursion of consciousness into realms beyond the purely physical. Ancient mystics insisted upon it, and modern data hints at it. Could it be that every night you cross a threshold into parallel realities, but you simply don't remember? Chapter 4. Why elites hid this knowledge, but if this hidden world is so significant, why would certain elites or secret societies suppress it or keep it within specialized circles? Power thrives on ignorance. If you remain convinced that your consciousness turns off nightly, that your power is limited to the physical body, you pose no threat to established structures. You become easy to manipulate. But once you realize that your mind is never idle, that it roams free in a domain beyond everyday perception, gleaning insights or forging spiritual truths, you become dangerously sovereign. You begin to question illusions of limitation and see just how malleable reality truly is. This is precisely what the hidden knowledge about sleep reveals, a direct path to harness intangible forces that might otherwise remain unconscious, forces that can rewrite your entire life if used skillfully. Chapter 5. The Astral Connection. A new reality every night. Let's explore what actually happens when you drift to sleep, step by step. Hypnagogic state. You pass through a twilight zone between wakefulness and sleep. This liminal state is where your mind transitions from beta waves to alpha or theta waves, making you more receptive to subtle energies. Deep sleep. In deep non-REM stages, your physical body undergoes repair and rest, but your consciousness might slip into deeper layers. It's like being in the back room of existence, a realm your conscious mind rarely visits. REM sleep. Here, dream activity intensifies. Traditional psychology says it's random neural firings. Esoteric teachings say you're crossing into an astral plane, a reality shaped by thought, emotion, and subtle energies. Freed from physical constraints, your consciousness interacts with symbolic or even literal astral sceneries. Astral realms. Some advanced dreamers or astral travelers claim to explore entire landscapes, meet spiritual guides, or retrieve knowledge unobtainable in daily life. If you've ever had a dream so real, so meaningful that it changed you, you might have glimpsed these astral dimensions. Why you forget, but if your consciousness does all this, why do you rarely recall it? The transition back to waking reality often includes an amnesic barrier. The mind can't easily interpret experiences from a dimension governed by different laws, so the memories slip away unless you train to retain them. Chapter 6. Training to enter the hidden realms consciously. You can develop the ability to remain aware during sleep and actively explore the other reality behind your dreams. Here's how. 1. Daily intention setting before bed. Affirm. I remain consciously aware of my inner journeys. I remember my dreams upon waking. This simple statement influences your subconscious, priming it to keep the memory gate open. 2. Dream journaling upon waking. Immediately, write down every snippet you recall. Don't judge or filter, even if it feels nonsensical. Over time, your recall sharpens dramatically. The brain sees you value these experiences, thus preserving them more meticulously. 3. Reality checks throughout the day. Do reality checks, like counting your fingers or reading text twice. If these appear inconsistent, you might be dreaming. Eventually, these checks spill into your dreams, causing you to realize you're asleep while it's happening. This triggers lucid dreaming, the gateway to conscious astral exploration. 4. Meditative induction. Use a short meditation before sleep. Focus on your breath. Visualize stepping through a door labeled Dream Realm, and set the firm intention to remain aware within the dream. With practice, you'll carry wakeful awareness into these hidden states. What happens when you succeed? When you achieve consistent dream awareness, the illusions of separation from that dimension dissolve. Your mind sees that dreamscapes aren't mere illusions, but are actual realms shaped by consciousness. Freed from physical laws, you can fly, manifest objects, meet with seemingly autonomous entities. For many, this experience is life-altering, proving beyond doubt that reality extends far beyond day-to-day perception. Chapter 7. How this changes your waking life. You might wonder, so what? Even if I can roam other realities in my sleep, does it matter? Absolutely. Profound shifts occur. Empowerment. Realizing your consciousness is active in multiple realms fosters enormous self-confidence. You're not limited to physical constraints or external permission. Creativity and problem-solving. Dream states can act as a cosmic workshop. Need an idea for an art piece, a business strategy, or an emotional breakthrough? Pose the question before sleep, stay aware, and watch as dream symbolism yields solutions that defy typical logic. Healing and emotional release. Many find that conscious dream work helps them process traumas or emotional blockages safely in a malleable environment, expediting personal growth. Dissolution of fear. Fear of death often dwindles when you see that consciousness can operate beyond the physical. A deeper serenity emerges. Why fear the ultimate transition if you've already glimpsed another realm? This is the hidden knowledge that so many try to bury. The direct experience that your consciousness is limitless, crossing frontiers daily. Chapter 8. The spiritual and scientific connection. It's easy to dismiss astral travel or dream exploration as purely mystical. But as quantum physics evolves, a fringe yet growing number of scientists hypothesize that consciousness can exist outside the physical brain. The dream realm, especially lucid dreaming, could be your personal lab to explore that concept experientially. Entanglement and non-local mind. Remember that quantum entanglement shows how particles remain connected across vast distances. If your consciousness uses quantum processes, a concept supported by some radical theories like Penrose-Hameroff's orchestroir, then your mind in dream states might access data non-locally, traveling or connecting with distant energies. The heart-brain connection. Additionally, the HeartMath Institute's research indicates strong electromagnetic interplay between heart and brain states. During dreams, your emotional energy field might expand, bridging your physical self with intangible realms. An explanation for how you can feel, evince, or connect with energies beyond linear space-time constraints. Chapter 9. Common objections and misconceptions. Skeptics argue that dreams are random brain activities without deeper significance. Indeed, some dream content is chaotic or influenced by daily stress. However, chaos in dream imagery doesn't negate the presence of authentic spiritual or astral elements. If even a fraction of your dream experiences transcend normal neural processes, that alone is a monumental revelation. Others worry about sleep disorders or nightmares intensifying if they attempt lucid dreaming. This usually arises from fear-based approaches. The key is mindful, step-by-step progression. Like any skill, dream mastery thrives with balanced practice, emotional stability, and the right intentions. Chapter 10. The ethical implications. Using this knowledge wisely. Realizing you step into another reality nightly doesn't just expand your curiosity, it demands moral responsibility. If your mind can traverse subtle realms, affecting energies or encountering other consciousnesses, you must approach it with respect, love, and a willingness to grow spiritually rather than exploit or manipulate. Why moral responsibility? Because dream states can be co-creative. Some advanced dream practitioners claim they've met other dreamers or guided lost souls in astral planes. If your presence is powerful, your intentions matter. Entering dream realms with malicious or greedy desires can lead to negative experiences, fearsome illusions, or karmic entanglements. In simpler terms, treat these journeys as a sacred gift. Just as you'd show reverence visiting an ancient temple, approach the dream realm with gratitude and positive purpose. Chapter 11. Integrating hidden dream knowledge into waking life. Finally, let's unify these insights. If your consciousness travels nightly into another reality, how do you bring that perspective into your daily life? Morning grounding. Upon waking, record your dreams. Immediately reflect on any insights or symbolic messages gleaned. Then do a short grounding practice, like stretching, breath work, or sipping tea mindfully. This helps fuse dream wisdom with the waking day. Afternoon reality checks. Sometime midday, do a quick check-in. Am I living today with the expanded perspective that I'm more than my physical self? Let that question shape your decisions, reminding you that fear, limitation, or negativity do not define your true nature. Evening intention. Before bed, reaffirm a specific intention for your dream experiences. Tonight, I explore the hidden realms with clarity and love. I awaken with memory and insight. This consistency trains your mind to see sleep as a dynamic journey, not an unconscious void. Through daily integration, your life transforms from a linear, physical-based perspective to one that embraces multidimensional consciousness as a normal part of existence. Here's the ultimate revelation. You're not bound by physical existence, even while you're alive. Each night, your consciousness crosses thresholds into realities that defy our standard concepts of time, space, and limitation. The illusions of a purely material world dissolve the moment your mind slips into those dream states, states that may be more real than your waking life. This knowledge was hidden because it annihilates the notion that we're powerless or isolated. Once you grasp that your consciousness continues functioning, perhaps even thriving, beyond everyday reality, you can't be controlled by fear or ignorance. You become free to explore realms of possibilities, to gather spiritual truths, and to harness insights that redefine the way you live. So tonight, as you close your eyes, remember, you're not merely sleeping. You're stepping into another reality, one that can teach you who you really are. Embrace this journey boldly, record your experiences, integrate the lessons, and watch your sense of self expand beyond any boundary you once believed permanent. You hold the key now. No one can take it from you. The next time you drift off, do so with the awareness that you're crossing into hidden dimensions. There's no going back to the old illusions. From here on, you navigate life as a multidimensional explorer, bridging the gap between daily existence and the cosmic tapestry that quietly awaits you every single night. Chapter 12. The Science of Dreamtime, How Your Brain Becomes a Portal. Let's break this down further. If your consciousness truly steps into another reality during sleep, what's actually happening inside your brain that allows this transition? Why do some people experience vivid, hyperreal dream worlds while others barely remember anything? The secret lies in your brainwave states, the silent frequencies governing whether you're bound to physical reality or slipping into the astral. 1. The gateway state. Theta waves in the mind's borderlands in waking life. Your brain operates mainly in beta waves, the fast, logical, problem-solving mode. But as you drift into sleep, something radical happens. Your brain shifts into theta waves, a frequency that scientists associate with deep intuition, altered states of consciousness, and heightened creativity. Theta waves are the same state that Buddhist monks, master hypnotists, and deep meditators train themselves to enter at will. But here's the difference. While monks spend years practicing techniques to enter altered states consciously, you slip into this powerful frequency every single night, without even trying. Think about that. If theta waves are the gateway to expanded consciousness, then sleep is not just unconsciousness, it's a training ground for unlocking abilities you've never fully tapped into. Theta waves allow the subconscious to take control. Your mind stops filtering reality through rigid logic, allowing access to hidden knowledge, higher awareness, and symbolic messages. It's the closest natural state to deep hypnosis. This is why people in hypnotherapy can recall past life memories or suppressed experiences, because their brain mirrors what naturally happens in dream states. It opens the door to astral travel and lucid dreaming. The more conscious you become of this transition, the more you can actively control your experiences on the other side. What does this mean? It means that every single night, your brain is preparing you to access higher realms. You just haven't learned how to stay aware long enough to use it. Chapter 13. How the Dream World Mirrors the Afterlife. Now, here's where things get even more fascinating. Ancient traditions, from Egyptian mysticism to Tibetan Buddhism, have long hinted that what we experience in dreams is strikingly similar to what happens when we die. What if sleep is not just rest, but a training ground for something much bigger? 1. The Tibetan Bardo states in Tibetan Buddhism, the Bardo Thodol, commonly called the Tibetan Book of the Dead, describes 3 stages of transition that occur after death. But what's shocking is that these descriptions match many experiences people have during sleep. First stage, upon death, there's an initial moment of clear light, an opportunity for the soul to merge with divine awareness. Many near-death experiencers report seeing this brilliant light before being pulled into deeper realms. Second stage, if the soul doesn't merge with the clear light, it enters a dreamlike world where visions, both peaceful and terrifying, appear. The Tibetan texts say these are projections of one's own subconscious mind. Third stage, if awareness is still not achieved, the soul is pulled toward rebirth, drawn by past desires and attachments. Now think about lucid dreams. Doesn't this pattern sound eerily familiar? The first moments of sleep feel like an instant of clarity before falling deeper. Dreams become surreal, shifting between beauty and chaos, depending on what's inside your subconscious. When you wake up, it's as if you're being reborn into physical reality again. What if your dreams are literally simulating the afterlife? What if every night, your consciousness is practicing for the moment when it finally detaches from the body permanently? This is why ancient mystery schools trained initiates to remain conscious during sleep and death, because they knew that mastering the dream state meant mastering existence itself. Chapter 14. The Forgotten Egyptian Secrets of Sleep and the Soul. Egyptian priests, just like Tibetan monks, treated sleep as a sacred science. To them, the dream world wasn't a hallucination, it was a real plane of existence, just as valid as the waking world. They believed that the soul, called the Ka, could leave the physical body at night and explore these higher realms, bringing back wisdom and messages from the gods. 1. The dream temples of Egypt. In ancient Egypt, there were entire temples dedicated to dream rituals. These were places where initiates would enter induced sleep states, sometimes aided by sacred herbs or sound vibrations, to receive divine revelations. Egyptian mystics believed that the dream world was a direct communication channel between the gods and the subconscious. Pharaohs were trained to use dreams for prophecy, claiming that messages from the higher realms dictated the fate of their kingdoms. The Book of the Dead describes how the soul must navigate dreamlike landscapes in the afterlife, proving that ancient Egyptians saw dream states and death as nearly identical experiences. Now ask yourself, if modern society teaches that dreams are random nonsense, but ancient civilizations built entire temple systems to explore them, who's more likely to be right? What if you've been conditioned to dismiss one of the most powerful aspects of your consciousness? Chapter 15. The Hidden Powers of Conscious Sleep and Lucid Dreaming. Here's the part that changes everything. You don't have to be a passive observer in your dreams. You can train yourself to wake up inside them, gaining full awareness and control. This is what's known as lucid dreaming, and it's the closest thing to experiencing another reality while still alive. Imagine being able to heavy checkmark explore infinite landscapes created in real time by your subconscious mind. Heavy checkmark communicate with beings, whether symbolic aspects of yourself or entities beyond imagination. Heavy checkmark access hidden knowledge and spiritual guidance. Heavy checkmark experiment with shaping reality inside the dream to see how it affects waking life. This isn't just speculation. Lucid dreaming has been verified in scientific studies, where dreamers were able to send signals to the waking world, proving that they were aware inside their dreams. The more you train your mind to remain aware in sleep, the more you unlock the full power of consciousness. Chapter 16. How to start remembering and navigating the hidden realm of sleep. You've been crossing into another reality every single night. The only difference is you don't remember it, but you can change that. Here's how to begin. 1. The wake back to bed method. Set an alarm to wake up after 4 to 5 hours of sleep, then stay awake for 20 minutes before going back to bed. Studies show this dramatically increases lucid dreaming because it keeps part of your conscious mind active. 2. The reality check habit. Throughout the day, randomly ask yourself, am I dreaming? Look at your hands. Try pushing a finger through your palm. If you do this enough, the habit carries over into dreams, triggering lucidity. 3. Dream journaling. The key to remembering the moment you wake up. Write anything you remember about your dreams. Don't move. Don't check your phone. Just recall the first images, sounds, or feelings. Over time, this strengthens your ability to retain dream memories. 4. Setting clear sleep intentions before bed. Tell yourself, tonight, I will be aware of my dreams. I will recognize the dream state and remember my journey. The subconscious takes instructions literally, and this technique alone has helped thousands induce lucid dreams. What comes next? Now that you know sleep is a doorway to another reality, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? You've been visiting these other realms every night without realizing it. Now, you have the tools to step through that doorway consciously. But the journey isn't over. There's still one final revelation that ties everything together, the real secret behind why mastering dream consciousness unlocks true freedom from the illusion of reality itself. Let's go deeper. Chapter 17. The Ultimate Secret. Sleep is a simulation. Exit point. By now, you understand that sleep is far more than just rest. It is a gateway, one that ancient civilizations treated as sacred, and that modern science is only beginning to understand. But here's the final piece of the puzzle. What if your nighttime journeys are not just visits to another realm, but moments where you temporarily exit the illusion of reality itself. 1. The simulation hypothesis and the dream world. For years, top physicists and philosophers have toyed with a radical theory that reality as we know it is a simulation, not in the sense of a computer game, but as an intelligently designed construct, an interactive illusion that behaves in structured, coded ways. If this is true, then sleep may not be just a biological function. Instead, it might be the system's built-in way of allowing your consciousness to momentarily detach from the game, slipping back into its true nature before re-entering the physical world. Consider these eerie similarities. In dreams, time is distorted. You can experience hours or even lifetimes in mere minutes, mirroring how simulation theorists describe time compression in artificial environments. Physical laws do not apply. You can fly, teleport, or create objects with thought, exactly what one would expect if the dream world is an unshackled space where reality's rules are lifted. Dream recall is unreliable. Much like how a character in a video game only retains memory within the game's active session, waking up often wipes the slate clean, suggesting that you are shifting between separate layers of experience. What does this mean? It means that your sleeping self may be more real than your waking self. And the more you master dream control, the more you gain control over reality itself. Chapter 18. The Astral Plane. Where are you really going? Many lucid dreamers and out-of-body explorers have reported something strange, a moment when the dream stops feeling like a hallucination and starts feeling like another world. They describe heavy checkmark environments that persist night after night, as if they exist outside their imagination. Heavy checkmark encounters with beings that seem autonomous, not dream figments, but self-aware intelligences. Heavy checkmark a feeling of stepping into a realm that was always there, waiting for them to wake up inside it. 1. The astral projection connection. Some believe that at a certain depth, lucid dreaming shifts into astral projection, where consciousness fully separates from the body and enters what mystics call the astral plane. This realm, described across cultures, is said to exist parallel to the physical world but operates on thought-responsive energy. In other words, things manifest instantly based on intention, much like a dream. But the key difference? It's not just your mind creating it. Many report interacting with other conscious entities, landscapes, and events that persist beyond a single dream experience. Could it be that when you sleep deeply enough, you're actually shifting into an entirely separate dimension, one that has always existed but remains hidden from waking awareness? Chapter 19. The entities that lurk in the dream realm. If sleep is a gateway, then the next question is, who else is out there? Ancient cultures and modern astral explorers alike warn that just as there are benevolent forces in the dream world, there are also others. 1. The Watchers and shadow beings. One of the most common reports among people who experience sleep paralysis or lucid dreaming is the presence of shadowy figures observing them. Some describe these beings as humanoid but featureless, with deep black forms, lurking at the edge of vision, disappearing when approached, emitting a strong feeling of being watched or tested. Who or what are they? Theories range from subconscious projections to interdimensional beings monitoring dream travelers. Some ancient traditions suggest that they are guardians, present when someone nears a major realization about the nature of reality. 2. The trickster phenomenon. Other entities reported include figures that shift forms, playing mind games with the dreamer. These beings appear helpful at first, only to mislead or instill fear. Why? Some believe these tricksters exist to keep consciousness distracted, preventing sleepers from gaining full lucidity in the deeper realms. Could it be that some forces actively try to block you from fully awakening to your power inside the dream world? Chapter 20. How to navigate the hidden realms with awareness. Now that you know what's at stake, the next step is mastering conscious sleep. If sleep is a doorway, you need to know how to step through with control and purpose. 1. Strengthen your lucid dreaming ability. To navigate the dream realm at will, you must first wake up inside the dream. Use the finger through palm test. Throughout the day, get into the habit of trying to push a finger through your opposite hand. If you do this in a dream, your hand may distort, triggering lucidity. Spin when you realize you're dreaming. If you become lucid but feel the dream fading, spin your body in place. This stabilizes the dream world. Summon light. If you encounter unsettling forces, visualize a sphere of glowing white light surrounding you. This raises your dream frequency and banishes negative entities. 2. The art of dreamwalking. Using the dream world to change waking life. Once you control your dreams, the next step is using them as a manifestation tool. Ask for guidance. Before sleeping, set an intention. Show me the knowledge I need to unlock my next level of consciousness. Pay attention to symbols or messages. Practice shifting reality. Try visualizing waking life situations inside the dream. Many lucid dreamers find that what they manifest in dreams soon echoes into real life. Meet your higher self. Some dream explorers claim they've encountered versions of themselves with immense wisdom guides who provide life-changing insights. Could your higher self already be waiting for you in the dream realm? Chapter 21. What the elite don't want you to know about sleep. Finally, let's return to the forbidden knowledge aspect. Why is no one teaching you this? Consider this. If you knew that every night you stepped into a world where you could access hidden knowledge, you could manipulate energy and intention freely, you could train your subconscious to shape reality, wouldn't that change everything? Would you accept a life of limitation when you're already touching something beyond normal existence every single night? Here's the truth. This knowledge has always been there, hidden in mystery schools, passed through esoteric teachings, but kept away from mainstream understanding. Why? Because a society that understands its full consciousness potential is impossible to control. But now, you know. Tonight, when you sleep, it won't be unconscious. It won't be passive. It will be your first step toward taking back control of your mind, your dreams, and your reality. So ask yourself, are you ready to wake up inside the dream? Because the moment you do, you might realize this reality has been the dream all along. Final thought, this knowledge was hidden for a reason. Now that you have it, what will you do? Will you ignore it and let your dreams remain random hallucinations? Or will you step into the unknown and start exploring the realms beyond reality? Tonight, as you close your eyes, you have a choice. Remain asleep, or wake up to your true power.